My name is Arno, and I'm going to be showing you how to create a website in just one day. Some background about me: I've been designing websites for the past 6 years. I've done over 50 different websites in different industries like fitness, coaching, contractors, plumbers, electricians, artists, everything you could think of. And I've learned so much about web design and what makes a good landing page or a good website. Yeah, and I'm going to be breaking down my framework on how I build websites, not just for myself, but for my clients, and also how you can learn how to make a website for yourself and for your business. And to get started, you're not going to need to learn how to code. You don't need any previous experience, and you do not need to hire any other developers to set this up for you. And you don't have to wait 3 to 6 months for your website to be live, because a lot of people just spend a lot of money or a lot of time with different developers or different contractors. And I'm gonna cut all that out so you can be able to create your own website in one day. And our goal for today is for you to be able to launch online today, actually after this video, and to be able to accept payments and actually launch your business. Let's get into it. So most people think they need a lot of stuff to get started with a website. They think they need to learn how to code. They think like they need to learn how to use WordPress or Wix or like Squarespace. They think they need logos. They think they need other supporting documents. They have to create their LLC. They have to create their business formation. While it's good to know all these things, it's not a requirement. And you can actually get started with your website without having all these things. And I'm going to be making this video as easy as possible for you to be able to create your own website. And this is what you actually need. All you need is you need to have a business name, which is pretty simple. I'm already guessing here to have a business name. And you just need to know, what are you providing? Are you providing services or are you selling a product? And then maybe it's also good to know what the end goal of your website is. Is it if it's selling a product, if it's getting leads, if it's booking appointments, if it's building an email list? It's great to actually take 5 minutes or like 10 minutes to think about what the end goal of your website is. And then lastly, it's also great to find 3 websites that you like. And the reason you do this is to kind of look at different websites and find out the features you like and features you don't like, and look at the thing that you'd actually want to incorporate on your website. And you can just do this by using Google search, using Pinterest, using Dribble or Behance. And all these, you can just search them up online. And they have a bunch of different examples of websites, of landing pages, of all sorts of things that you can use as a reference when you're building your website. So now, actually diving deeper into the main essential parts of making a website, there are 8 of them, and I'm gonna be breaking them down right now. So the first thing you actually see on a website is a menu bar or a header, and it looks something like this. It just has a logo on the left side most of the time, and then different menu items. And these are some examples of like Starbucks or Nike. You see the logo and then different menu items on the right side. What's right after that header is the hero section. And that hero section, you talk about what you do, why you're different, what the key benefit is, just one key benefit, and how to get started. So it's always has this type of layout. And you have some examples here, like the iPhone. You can see that what they're selling is just iPhone 15 Pro, and click to watch the film, or a Netflix, unlimited movies, TV shows, and more, and enter emails to get started. So as you can see, they have this sort of layout on that hero section. Right after that is your main offer. So you can talk about different features or whatever you are able to provide if you're providing services. So you can give like 1 to 3 different features. I suggest to limit it to 6 different features or main core offers, so you don't bombard people on your website and they just get confused. If it's just too much information on there, it's very hard for people to actually go through and find what they're actually looking for. And this is also an example. This is from LinkedIn. You can see their personalized AI advice. You can enhance your profile and then you can also reach out to people via messages. So this is just a quick example of how this layout would look like on a website. And then after that, you have to talk about the benefits. This is where you show the value of your offer. You talk about what the end user, the customer, gets from using your services. And this is how the layout looks like. You talk about the benefit and then a short description of it. And this is an example from Uber's website. It talks about the benefits of how it works. Here to talk about specifically how much the drivers earn. So they could talk about the base pay, the tips, and promotion. So it has a short benefit and then a description. And then after that, you have pricing. This is optional, depends on the user if you want to be upfront about it or you want the client to first fill out some information to be able to see the price after that. So this is optional, but this is how the layout of it looks like. It usually has some tiers or different pricing plans, and then it has what's included and then a call to action to get started. And this is an example from the Shopify website, actually. You can see they have different tiers, what's included, and then a button to get started right here. And then after that, it's always good to have some social proof. And these can be in the forms of testimonials, logos, company names, any way to show that you have real clients and to show their experience working with you. So these are some examples right here. You see some example of Gainful, which is like a protein powder. And you see that they have quotes from their clients. You can see they have different partner logos. And then this is also an example of ConvertKit. They have different influencers or different creators that use their platform. And then after that, you also have the main call to action. This is usually a way to get contact from your client. So it can be a form, it can be a lead magnet, just a way for people to sign in, put in their contact information so you can reach out to them later on. And it can look, so like here you see that you can click to sign up or just use your email to sign up for an account. These are examples from Uber and Netflix. And then after that, the last thing you want to have is the footer. And similar to the header, your footer has a logo on the left side and then menu items. These are usually the main pages you also have on your website. And some examples you can see here is the Coca-Cola company and Chase Bank. They have their social media, links to their social media accounts, and then links to their pages on their website. So now we can get started with building our website. And now in 2026, the big wave right now is AI. Before, to make a website, you used to need to learn how to code, and then you needed to learn how to design with no-code tools. But now we have the ability to be able to build a website without needing to know all those things. All you need to be able to do is just to talk directly to an AI model. And I'm going to be walking you through step by step how I do that and how I launch a website in just a couple minutes. So the AI model I'm going to be showing you how to build. The AI model that I'm going to be using to build my website is called Lovable, and it's spelled like this: LOVABLE.dev. And it's pretty much like ChatGPT or any other AI models. If you're using any, that you can just type and talk with it as you are building your website. You can ask it to add any sections or take out any sections, add any videos, add pictures, add forms, everything you can think of. You don't have to be able to know how to do it. You just have to ask it and it will build that specific feature for you. I'll be showing you how to build a website for a home builder based in Chicago. So all you need to ask it is, you can actually either type it or voice dictate. You just say, I am building a website for a general contractor, home builder in Chicago. And we specialize in new construction homes in West Loop. So all I did there, you can type it, but I was just speaking into the search bar here. It's going to track everything I say, and it will build me the website. I'll just delete this. And one great thing about it is that you can also specify different features that you want to have on your website. I want to be able to have a button or a form that allows people to request a quote, a portfolio of different products I have worked on, and also provide a list of services that I provide. I also want to showcase that I'm a small business owner, a minority small business owner, and I specialize in high-end homes. So after that, it's just gonna transcribe everything I just said. You can click this arrow here, and then it's gonna take time, and it's gonna now start building the website for you. It took there, as you can see, was just a couple minutes literally of just talking to my computer and saying what type of website I want, what I want included on my website, and it's going to be able to go in and actually build this for me. So it's going to take a couple minutes to build this. It might ask me a couple questions as it's thinking through the model, and if there are any other items I want to add, I can chat with it directly in this area here. So as you can see, it's going to take a couple minutes to go through and build this website. So now it's 8:45, and let's see how long it's going to take to build the entire website for us. So you can see on the left side what it's adding right now. It's working on adding the quote form. It's kind of already finished setting up the design system, and now it's building up all the pages. And you can also see what it ticked off. It has already generated images to put on my website. Okay, now it's saying that it's almost ready. It has already built my hero page. It has included services. It has included a portfolio. It has now my about page, a quote form, and navigation bar. So this already looks incredible, and it literally just built this website in just a couple minutes, which is wild. So it has included everything I talked about. So it was included, I said that it was in the neighborhood of West Loop. So this is why it's here. It's called West Loop Hoops. This you can, if you have a logo as well, you can just click to add here as an attachment, and then just ask it to put this as your logo. Just as simple as that. Just in the chat, it's going to be able to edit this website for you. And then we can also go through now and see it has a nice picture of a luxury home. It has a section for the services that I provide, which was new construction, custom designs, general contracting, interior finishes, all this, which is very cool. Pyramids, and then also has a portfolio of projects that I've worked on, which is another thing that I asked it to include, which was our work featured projects, and you can see that here as well, which actually looks pretty cool. And then it has a section about the company. It's a minority-owned company. It's a builder defining luxury. It's created all this text as well, which is great. We are MB certified, which is a minority business. And then we keep going down. It has the form as well that we ask it to do, so we can collect our potential clients' contact information. So they have a place to put their full name, email address, phone number, project type, and an area where they can actually type a message for us to read. So it has a form built in that can collect their name, email, phone number, project type, and also has a place for them to type in a message and actually describe exactly what they're looking for. And they can submit those requests. And you can see that this has actually included all the different sections that I talked about previously. One thing that I want to add is the social proof. So I want to be able to also add a section for all the different reviews, like Google reviews or any other reviews from our past clients. So I can just go into the chat and also ask it directly to add a section for testimonials. Request a quote. So now I have put it into the chat that I want to add a section for testimonials and reviews before the section they can request a quote. So now it's going to be working on this for a couple seconds, and then it will create that section for me as well. So you can see that literally took less than 30 seconds to build out. And it has now created our social proof section, which is what you really want. You want to show that you have done projects and that people are happy to work with you. So it has these reviews on here that it generated. And you can go back and also just ask the chat to type in exactly the reviews you want to include. If you have any specific reviews you want to include, you can just type in the chat and copy paste, and then it will add them to these sections for you. So yeah, this already looks like a great website, and you can see people can also click the buttons and they can go to the exact section of the website. Another great thing about this is that you can track each submission on your website. So all you have to do is go to this cloud icon here. You have to enable cloud. And what this does is it allows you to be able to collect the information submitted in the form and just save it on Lovable. It's going to be able to create a little table to track all the names, emails, phone numbers, and everybody to request a quote. And then, yeah, you see it's just going to take a couple of minutes to build it out, and then you should be ready. So now you can actually track, if you click that clouds here and go to users or signups, you're going to be able to track all the different leads that are coming into your pipeline now from your website. And they're all going to be loaded in here. Right now we don't have any, but once we submit that, you're going to be able to track them and see them all in one place, which is great. And another thing, if you are not happy with the design of the website, you just have to click this design button here and click current theme, and you can actually select different color combinations. You can go back in and change the color combinations of your website. So if you have a certain color theme for your website or your logo, you can add that here as well. I really like this dark blue theme and gold, so I'm just going to keep that, but you can change any color to match your logos or your company theme. If you want to change the typography, which is the font on your website, you can also do that here. You have the primary colors of your website, but you can also go to the typography where you can change the actual font on your website. So we see we change the font, and we can see it in real time as it changes in here. There's more section here to change. Other things like the radius, color, opacity, These apply to different sections, like if you have a button to change the radius of a button or to change different colors or shadows in your website. But for a basic starter website, you don't need to worry about all that. Your website here is already functional and you can actually launch it online already. To be able to launch it online, all you have to do is literally just click this preview button here again and click publish. It's going to ask you to use a URL, which is just whatever your website name is, and then that lovable.app. This is just going to be the domain that allows people to find you online. And if you have a custom domain already, if you already have like a certain name, like a .com domain, you can also add it to this website. All you have to do is click custom domains, and you can connect an existing domain or buy a new domain. If you don't have one, you can just click buy a new domain. And it's first going to ask you to publish your project. It's going to be called West Loop Builders. I'm just going to leave that West Loop Builders. So this is going to be my temporary domain name. I'm just going to publish it. But if you want to buy a domain, you just have to click buy new domain, and you can get your domain.com, and it's going to be anywhere from $15 to $20 probably, and then it's connected with Iono, so it's already built in. So the domain is here. You can see it's actually about $1 for the first year, and then it's going to be $20 after that. And this is not a monthly fee. This is just a yearly subscription for the domain. So I'm just going to ignore that for now, but yeah, if you already have a domain that you bought somewhere else, like if you bought it on Namecheap or any other domain registries, you can also connect it here in just a couple steps. But for now, our website is actually live. It can be found on the internet, and it's westloopbuilders.lovable.app. It's going to keep having this lovable.app ending of the domain, but it's now actually live, and you can actually find it online. You can see that that font has also changed. I kept the same color scheme, but I changed the font to be more modern. But it has everything we needed, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to be creating more videos like this of different websites, different types of websites. If you have anything specific you want me to build, just type it in the comments. I'll go through and hopefully read it and create that website next. But other than that, I also have a free checklist that I use to create my website. It's going to be linked in the descriptions. And also, if you like this specific theme, this exact website, I am going to also link it in the description. So go there to check it out to be able to get this and use this as your own website template. And also, if you want to work one-on-one to set up your own business website, I'm going to leave my email and my contact information down below, and you can be able to reach out to me with any questions setting up this website or anything else. Yeah, other than that, thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.